Hey, what's going on? Just doing a quick video that I've never seen on YouTube before, so hoping that it will help someone out. But as you can see, we've got a Rinnai brand of tankless water heater that was in our house before we moved in. So the previous owner installed it, and a couple years ago we started having problems with it getting really loud, and then it was giving us an error code. I believe it was like 8 or 9. I didn't get the book out. It's starting to get loud again, and I want to try to take care of the problem before it starts giving the error code, because once you get that, it starts, the code that it gives is for airflow or exhaust. And if you are having this issue and you've checked your exhaust and you know the passage seems to be clear, but you're having problems where you get that error code, it starts beeping, and then the hot water basically just shuts off altogether, then you'll understand the frustration. And a couple years ago, like I said, it started happening. I couldn't figure it out, so we called up some people who could service it and found the problem behind it. So I want to try to do this for you guys. But right now, as you can tell, when I kick it on, and I apologize for the water running into the bucket underneath, but you can hear that it's not very quiet. Now, it's not real loud, but when you can hear it upstairs, it's getting to be a little too much. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and power it off and unplug it, just for safety reasons. And then we've got 2 plates here, or covers, that cover up screws, where we need to go ahead and get that front faceplate off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back with you. Alright, we are back. We got the faceplate off here. And I apologize for the lighting. Our basement is kind of dark, the utility room, and this is tucked away in the corner. So I've got one light right down here in front of the camera and one on the air duct back behind us, trying to give us a little bit more. But it's not very, they're working very well. So what we want to do is get our control plate out of the way. So we'll just try to hang this somewhere where it's not going to get hurt. But like I said, if excuse me, if you are having problems and it's giving you the error code of airflow or exhaust, like I said, your exhaust going up and out more than likely will be completely clear, but the issue is actually going to be right here, and this here is, you know, like essentially the blower motor, you could say. And last time we had this issue, it was actually full of a bunch of dead moths, believe it or not. So it's a major pain in the butt. I believe we actually have to take these screws out, and we've got a clamp here that we can get out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and again do that real quick. And I apologize, I don't have a whole lot of space on my card right now, and you know, I just kind of want to get to the point. But like I said, I'll go ahead and start getting this out of the way, and then I will come back with another update. Alright, now that we've got that plate out of the way, there's 2 screws back in here, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe these 2 were the ones that were giving me a fit, that I wasn't actually able to get this out myself just to check it. Again, 1, I wasn't sure what I was doing, and I didn't want to screw anything up, and 2, they were extremely tight. So I actually kind of learned a trick. If there's ever anything that's too tight, I never even thought twice about getting a pair of vice grips and actually clamping them around the screw or the bolt head. You know, if it's one that you can actually get onto it, clamp some vice grips on there, and that'll give you a little bit better leverage than just a screwdriver. So now we're going to go ahead and remove these 2, and I'm hoping that this should just pull out. 1, I'm not a plumber. 2, I don't necessarily recommend doing this unless you want to take the risk, which 1, I really don't like paying someone to do something if I feel I can do it myself, and after watching someone do it, I think I have a better chance. So again, this is something just to do at your own risk, because there are possibilities of some major issues happening. So again, just be careful with what you're doing, and yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get those out, and like I said, hopefully that will come right out and we can look inside. Alright, as you can see, it is now loose and trying to fall out of there, and we've got a little clamp. I kind of moved it out of the way already, but just doesn't have a lot of tension, so just loosen that up and get it out of the way. And then this bad boy, well, let's go ahead and disconnect this if we can, just so we don't break it off there. And remember, black is up, orange is down. Okay, now this should come out, and looks like we've got another connector right here. Set this in here so I can try to go with that with two hands without breaking those very tiny wires there. They're hanging on. All right. So there we almost go. I guess those are still connected. Let's see. Or if that would just be easier to take that screw out. Okay, so now we've got it out of the way, and let me get my light here, if I can reach it with all the junk that's over here. Now I don't know if my camera will actually allow it to focus or not, but if you look in there just right, you can actually see, oh, and they're starting to fall out. There are quite a few moths in there, and that was a problem last time, but this is not near as bad as it was. Last time it was literally completely caked full of these. So they said they just use compressed air to clean it out. I don't know if that's with like an air compressor or more of a compressed air for, say, like computer sakes and whatnot, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this cleaned out, and we'll get it put back in and test it to see how loud it is, and if this is a problem you're having, I'm hoping it's, you know, just as easy for you and it takes care of it. So I will be right back. Alright, I'm back, and that took a little bit longer than I wanted to because the canned air that I had seemed to be gone after just one little burst. But I'm trying to get my light in a way that I can show you a little bit better. But it is much cleaner than it was. Like I said, this wasn't anywhere near as dirty as it was last time because I don't know how long it was before then that it was cleaned out. So and I forgot to mention, the model of this tankless water heater is the R75 LSI. So that's the model here. There's, of this line, I believe there's like 4 or 5. I'm not sure how similar or different they are. But now that we've gotten this cleaned out, we're going to go ahead and reverse all the steps. We got to connect this back in here, hook up the connectors, screw it back in, put the faceplate on. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that real quick, and we will be right back and test out to make sure it's any quieter. So I'll be right back. Alright, and we are back. We've got it all reassembled and powered on, and obviously I hooked everything back up right because the power's on. But we're going to go ahead and open up the valve here and see if it made a difference in keeping it a little bit quieter. So here we go. So as you can hear, it's almost more of airflow rather than a motor kind of trying to power up. So like I said, this is the first time I've done it myself. The first time we had it done, I wasn't sure exactly how to get that out of there or what I would have really been looking at. So I watched the guys do it when we ended up paying them almost $100 or so to clean it for us and service it up. But again, this is the Rinnai, or the Rinnai, however you want to say it, tankless water heater, model number R75LSI. And like I said, the cleaning out took a little bit longer than I really anticipated. One, the compressed air went out, and I don't think I finished saying that I had to go out into the garage to my air compressor, and it's not very fun out there because it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and we had a nice cold front move through, and today's high was only like 16. Right now it's actually 5 degrees with a 19-mile-an-hour wind, so a feels like temperature of, if you can see that, minus 16. So that's not very fun. So my hands weren't functioning, but other than that, I mean, this actually went a lot smoother than I thought it would. Made it really quiet. So if you guys have this model and you've been having issues with it getting really loud, and then all of a sudden if you're in the middle of the shower and it just gets cold, this would be why. The airflow is not able to go through successfully, and if your exhaust is fine, like I said, the blower motor itself is probably plugged up with dead bugs. I honestly thought it was going to be a bunch of the Asian lady beetles that decided to bombard us about 2 months ago, because those things are everywhere. They're still crawling around the house. But there were only a couple in there and a few moths, but like I said, it's actually a relatively easy process to do. Again, if you do decide to do this, take it at your own risk. I'm not a professional. I'm not licensed. I don't have hardly any experience, so this is just something I'd rather do than pay someone else, because I watched it done and I knew I could probably do it. So I hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and comment below. Let me know if this worked for you or if you've had a similar experience. And if you want to see more how-tos, let me know, and also hit that subscribe button so that way I know that you guys like this video. And as soon as I can find another thing around the house on a how-to, I will definitely bring it to you guys here on YouTube. So again, go ahead and like and subscribe, comment below, and yeah, I hope this helped you guys out. And if it did, definitely let me know. And until then, we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.